a dire Chiefs and Cyclones fan. Let's preview Emmett Johnson's upcoming rookie season, why he could rejuvenate the running back room, and why a Nebraska Cornhusker might be just the thing the Kansas City Chiefs needed. My name's AJ Caldwell. Welcome back to Cyclone Kingdom. Rookie preview number 5, I believe we're already on. And we're continuing to roll these out. Cyrus Allen and Garrett Nussmeier are coming on the way as well. Emmett Johnson's a Kansas City Chief. He played in Arrowhead last year for the Nebraska Cornhuskers when they beat the Cincinnati Bearcats. And little did we know, we were watching the future RB2 of the Kansas City Chiefs for that Nebraska-Cincinnati game. I believe Emmett Johnson has the ability to be the running back 2 in this offense. I love Amari DiMercato. I think he's a great running back. I think he's a great addition to the running back room. But Emmett Johnson, in the age that he is, going into his rookie season, has all the potential in the world to be the change of pace back for Kenneth Walker. I love getting Kenneth Walker. I love everything he brings to the Chiefs. I love having a premier blue chip running back for the first time in Patrick Mahomes' career. But Emmett Johnson might be right there with Kenneth Walker in terms of being able to be that 1-2 punch that Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery were. To be that 1-2 punch that takes over defenses. So Emmett Johnson is a Nebraska Cornhusker. You see the flag behind me. You know I'm an Iowa State Cyclones fan too. So how do I feel about Nebraska Cornhusker being on the Chiefs? I love it. I absolutely love it. Do you know why? Because Nebraska is an enemy of Iowa, just like Iowa State is an enemy of Iowa. And the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I haven't had problems with Nebraska fans and Nebraska Cornhuskers teams for years, and now one of them's a Kansas City Chief. And I can't wait to see what his ability is. Tune in for more Cyclones content, obviously. This is a Chiefs video. I digress. Emmett Johnson. What is his ceiling? What is his floor? And what is a realistic view? The ceiling for this guy, I want you to brace yourselves, is to be a top 10 running back 2 in football. It's to be a top 10 running back 2 in football by the end of the season. That can happen in 1 year with Emmett Johnson's ability. I love what he brings to the table. I love his intensity. I love his speed that is sneaky. And I love his power that can help you in short yardage situations. But from an RB2 standpoint, Isaiah Pacheco is the RB2 for the Lions now, right? Like, think about every RB2 in the NFL. Emmett Johnson, in his ceiling, can be in the top 10 of that. And in 2 to 3 years, could be a starting running back for somebody else if the Chiefs decide to keep Kenneth Walker. If Kenneth Walker walks or goes to a different team, Emmett Johnson could be the future starting running back for the Kansas City Chiefs. That is his ceiling and his potential because of how tough he is. He knows what NFL football looks like. Even though he's never played a snap, he knows what it looks like because he played in Arrowhead Stadium. He knows what the crowd feels like. He knows what the stadium feels like. He's experienced it before. Now, the NFL intensity is going to hit him right in the mouth. I get that. Everyone's got their welcome to the NFL moment that always happens in every rookie season. But Emmett Johnson could respond very well to that. And so his ceiling could be not only a great change of pace for Kenneth Walker, but a top 10 backup running back in football, which is a huge, huge conversation to have when you talk about fantasy perspective and NFL football teams in having a deep running back room. What's his floor? His floor, and I love this guy, his floor is Isaiah Pacheco, where he starts off really hot, and then he's never the same again. Now, I know Isaiah Pacheco got injured. That probably played more of a role in it than we're willing to admit. But Isaiah Pacheco was never the same from his run vision standpoint and would just run into the back of linemen, run into just scrums instead of running into running lanes. Emmett Johnson's floor is the same way. While he was great at Nebraska, he has also the downside of doing that sometimes. Right? That's part of Big Ten football where you just kind of smash mouth football and run it down your throats. Now, the Chiefs had that with Kareem Hunt last year. Could Emmett Johnson be the Kareem Hunt role? I think if he hits his floor, that's what he turns into. It's just a short yardage guy. So I think that he will not be that, right? If we're talking about a realistic view for him, if his ceiling is a top 10 backup running back in football, if his floor is this guy that just runs into scrums and can't find space, can't run to daylight, all this different stuff, what's his realistic view? His realistic view for me is right in the middle. I don't think he's going to be a top 10 backup running back in football. I also don't believe he's going to be Isaiah Pacheco 2.0. I don't believe he's going to be this guy that we can't trust to get more than 2 yards. Now, his upside I believe in more than Jaden Kennedy, who we believed was right in the middle as well, right? I believe he has more of an upside than Jaden Kennedy. So, Emmett Johnson, I think, has more of a ceiling type of year. He can get to that. But at the same time, because you're a rookie, you have to throw in the floor aspect of it, of what their floor could be, and you got to meet right in the middle. Right? Monster Delane, I feel like, is the only guy that we can really say he could reach his ceiling because you spent top dollar for him and gave up multiple picks, and we've already talked about all that, right? So I love Johnson. I love his game. I love that he's a Kansas City Chief, and he's going to be an awesome addition to a running back room that literally could go from one of the worst in the league to one of the best in the league overnight. Overnight. That is a really cool thing to think about. So let me know down in the comments what you think about Emmett Johnson's upcoming rookie season, what you think his ceiling is, what you think his floor is, what you think his realistic view is, and where do you think the Chiefs running back room is now compared to last year? Because I think it's night and day different. Leave your comments down below. And as always, roll clones. And how about those Chiefs?